SJ Rozan is a native New York author, most at home writing about the darker, grittier side of the city. Her latest work has taken us here, to the Bronx Botanical Gardens. It's Bronx Noir. It's the newest in a series of noir anthologies set in neighborhoods all over the city. You're editing and contributing to a fantastic new noir series.
Brooklyn Noir came out in 3 volumes. That's what started it. I'm doing the Bronx. It's fun, and you get to meet all kinds of interesting writers. You get to choose the writers.
The way you're doing it, you're breaking down the Bronx by neighborhoods and sections. And
when people read these stories, they feel as though they'd know where they are, they'd know what happens there, at least in your dark imagination.
Here we are in the Botanical Gardens. Give us a peek. I think you're going to use that in your story.
Well, that's the Haupt Conservatory. You walk in and it smells wonderfully like a jungle. It's so not New York. I think I'll have to use it in the story. One of the classic definitions of noir is a story about a not-so-good man or woman who gets the chance for once to touch something good and fails.
How do you do your research for that?
The way you might think. I follow people down the street. I go to places I'm told not to go to.
And how did a nice girl from Riverdale get into this whole genre?
I always wanted to be a writer, and I always wanted to write private eye stories. When I was in college, I thought you really can't be a writer. You have to do something for the world. So I studied architecture, and this little voice in the back of my head said, yo, weren't we going to write a book? I wrote a short story, and I sent it away to PI magazine. If they hadn't published it, I would have chucked the whole thing.
You've done 9 novels, and New York City is the epicenter of it.
Yeah,
all the
absolutely.
time.
New York is pretty much another character.
Right. This other book that I read, Absent Friends,
yeah,
takes a look at our city after 9/11.
There were heroes who died with the people they were trying to save, and their stories will never be told. And I thought somebody should tell as many stories as could be told.
Talk to me about deadlines.
You'd never get anything done if it weren't for a deadline. For my novels, I do 750 to 1,000 words a day. I once did 5,000 words in a single day, and I thought I was going to die. If you sit long enough, something comes.
You write about such heavy things, and yet your attitude about New York is up and cheery.
We've been in love for so long that I know everything bad about you, and I love you anyway.
Yeah.
It's that kind of relationship that I have with New York.